英雄联盟世界大赛台北站在上周结束了。虽然台湾代表无缘晋级，但是呢，选手们精彩的表现还是让许多玩家留下了深刻的印象。而台北站的比赛结果，最后呢是由 SSW、EDG、SHRC 以及 TSM 获得8强资格。而且咱们电玩宅速配也特别访问到了来自北美的 TSM， 一起来看看吧。
The pros is I enjoy video games and League of Legends so much that it's not even really a job because you enjoy it so much, but at the same time it is a job because you commit so much to it and you have 4 other people on your team plus your coach and boss who commits to it. There's a lot of stress involved. When you're very passionate about the game, you tend to rage a lot more. You tend to not enjoy it as much as you would if you were just doing it as a hobby, but now it's become your job in that kind of way, and it takes up all of your time.
First off, you meet a lot of new people. You meet people from like every country of the world. Like we've been to obviously Korea, I've been to China, I've been to now to Taipei obviously. I've been to a lot of countries just for gaming, and I think that's great. They face a tough group with a lot of international experience. And TPA only has one remaining member from the last year, so all of the other players are basically new to this environment, and they did the best. They did the best they could, and they performed versus each team pretty well. Like especially the first game they had versus Royal Club, which they should have won. I don't want to hurt feelings, but they played so well, and they really showed that they, with some more practice, can really rise up to the occasion. Get out of groups or maybe even place as high as they did in Season 2. And as far as HQ goes, they even made a tie with EDG. Everyone expected EDG and Samsung Y to stomp the group, and HQ was able to force a tiebreaker. Sadly lost, but regardless, forced the tie, which is something that most people didn't think they would. And for the players, I think the top laner of HQ, Prides, he has... his Nidalee and his Arena were crazy. They were really good. And for TPA, I felt Wins had great mechanics for a jungler, probably better than mine. So he can be a top jungler in the world. Come soon.
As for TPA, I felt like when they played against Royal, that one game, they should have won. But yeah, the first game they should have won. And when we played against them, I felt like as they played, they slightly lost confidence on stage. And I felt like, you know, even as we played them and even though we beat them, like I felt like they were better players than like they played on stage. For AHQ, I thought that their biggest benefit was their bot lane, Garnet Devil and Green Tea, yeah. Caught out the enemy so many times with thresh hooks, and I thought that was really, really amazing that you could carry your team without, you know, you're playing the game without actually going for objectives and like just winning that way. It was very, very entertaining to watch. And
basically just Green Tea. Green Tea is really surprising with his...
I think AHQ honestly had a lot of players that impressed me. I saw like Westor had a lot of really good performances. Then I saw Green Tea every single time he was playing Thresh. He was just being a monster and he was just all over the place, hooking everyone. And Pride's also in the top lane did really well. So I don't know if I can call out like one individual player that did well because I feel like they just all did really well, especially on AHQ, and they definitely surprised me coming in this tournament.
There are a lot of people out there who strive to be professional gamers, but they're only striving for it. You actually have to put the hard work in, and as soon as you do that and you see yourself developing into a bigger player, into a better player, you have to look out for opportunities. Like for me, obviously TSM is a great opportunity that I've had the chance to take, and everyone just has to look out for that, for those special opportunities to make up for basically your upcoming story. Like every player in this team, like and every player in the esports basically has had this one opportunity, and they took it and they made the most of it.
I think if you're trying to become a pro, you just need to realize how much time it takes and how much you need to put into it, because we pretty much all play like 12, 13 hours a day and we don't really have much time to relax or go out with friends and things like that, you need to make a lot of sacrifices in life in general, and you need to really put your all into it. And
First of all, you need to love League of Legends because you're going to run into many obstacles becoming a pro player. And you want to get into Challenger first because if you don't, you probably aren't going to be a pro player. There is bad luck in solo queue, but then it's all really up to you to carry your own destiny and be good enough mechanically to be seen by other pro players that play in Challenger and to recognize your potential talent. Even before we got sponsored by Logitech, I already used it. In the past, I've slammed my keyboard many times of rage and it's never broke. The product is reliable and I've never had problems.
I used it even before I joined the team. I used mainly the G35 headset and also keyboard and mice, but I really like it, especially the Proteus 502 is probably my favorite mice of all time.
Logitech gear has been doing me really well. Like in the past, I've used other gear. They were good, but like when I started using the Logitech gear, I started noticing that this gear is like above all the others.
You can really rely on your gear to work in every situation, and Logitech has made a great effort in trying to like work with the players, like really coming out, trying to like talk to them, talk to us obviously, and listen to our feedback, and that's quite special.